Good afternoon, my dear children. Today I focus on the topic of Buddhist revival movement. Before that, I thought of giving a brief introduction about the causes for the religious revival towards the end of the 19th century. So I would like to recall your memory into missionary movements. Christianity was spread island-wide through the English medium education as a result of the missionary work. As middle-class parents wished to provide a better future for their children grew, it enhanced the popularity of the missionary schools. Competition among missionary schools saw more schools being opened in various parts of the country, especially in urban areas. The Buddhist and Hindu parents followed this trend and started to renounce their religions and became converts and tried to bring up their children according to English culture and traditions. The leaders of Buddhist, Hindu and Muslim religions saw the danger and started to take measures to protect their religions, traditions, culture and values. This paved the way for religious and cultural renaissance in the country. According to that, they began different religious movements, namely Buddhist revival, Hindu revival, and Islamic revival. First, let me to discuss Buddhist revival movement. Regarding that, Buddhist priests and laymen had taken several steps to continue this movement. They were establishment of pirivenas, establishment of presses and using printed materials, conducting debates, establishment of Buddhist schools, finally taking steps to protect the local culture. Now, we are going to discuss one by one. There were many learned Buddhist monks who made pioneering contributions. Among them were Valane Sri Siddhartha Thero, who started the Paramadhamma Chethiya Pirivena Ratmalana. Venerable Hikkaduwe Sri Sumangala Thero, who founded the Vidyodaya Pirivena at Maliga Kanda. Venerable Ratmalane Sri Dhammaloka Thero, who started the Vidyalankara Pirivena at Paliyagoda. Venerable Bulatkama Dharmalankara Siri Sumanatissa Thero, who pioneered the establishment of the press for the first time in Sri Lanka for Buddhist people in Galle. It was named Lankopakara Press. Later, it was expanded island-wide. Lakmini Pahana newspaper was the first Buddhist newspaper in Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, some Christian priests used to misinterpret facts in Buddhist publications. Some Buddhist monks well versed in Buddhism and other religious developments challenged the priests for public debates on matters raised by them. This led to holding great debates at Baddegama, Waragoda, Udammita, Gampala and Panadura. Those great debates held by Migettuwatte Gunananda Thero. His oratorical skills were at brilliant best at the Pandura debate. The proceedings of the debate were printed and published in foreign publications. Colonel Henry Steele Olcott from America and Madame Blavatsky from Russia, having read these reports about the debate, came to Sri Lanka and became followers of Buddhism and work for the upliftment of the Buddha Sasana. When it comes to the Migettuwatte Gunananda Thero, he was born on 10th February 1823 at Mohottiwatta in Balapitiya. He had his primary education at the Christian church in the village. This helped him to get a good knowledge about Christian faith. Later, he was obtained as a monk. He continued his higher education in Buddhism. He became a regular contributor to publications such as Lakmini Kirula, Satya Margaya, Satya Prakashana, Rivirasa, etc. He was respected as Vadiba Singha. After facing the 5 great debates, he had shown his highest oratorical skills at the Pandura debate. He was the pioneer priest to the establishment of the Buddhist Theosophical Society. Right. That's all for the today's lesson. I hope you will understand the lesson very well. Please write down the note and submit the answers into your Google Classroom as soon as possible. We will meet again with another part of the same session. Till then, have a nice day.